I have pictures of me with a guitar, sleeping with a guitar on a sofa when I was probably 2 years old.
Country music legend Vince Gill has faced a lifetime of triumphs and challenges, but recent news has left fans truly heartbroken. Known for his soulful voice and heartfelt lyrics, Vince has always poured his life into his music, connecting deeply with audiences around the world. However, the latest development has everyone who loves him holding their breath. What has happened to this beloved artist? Join us as we dive into the story behind Vince Gill's latest heartbreaking news. But before we dive in, how much do you really know about Vince Gill? If your only connection to him is through his music, it's time to discover the story behind the songs, starting with his early years. On a sunny spring day in 1957 in the charming town of Norman, Oklahoma, a young life destined for greatness began. Vincent Grant Gill entered the world on April 12, the youngest of 3 children born to Jen and Stan Gill. From the very start, Vince was surrounded by the melodies and rhythms that would ultimately shape his extraordinary career in country music. Vince's father, Stan Gill, was a man of many talents, a respected judge by day and a skilled guitarist and banjo player by night. Jiren, Vince's mother, also contributed to the household's musical atmosphere, lending her soulful voice and mastering the harmonica. The Gill family often gathered around the radio, immersing themselves in the iconic tunes of the Grand Ole Opry as well as the exciting new sounds of rock and roll that were captivating audiences across the country. It was clear from an early age that young Vince had a special gift. He began plucking away at his grandmother's guitar when he was just 5 years old, quickly mastering the classic tune Old Shep. 3 years later, Vince and his half-brother Bob formed their own duo, entertaining local radio listeners with their rendition of the Beach Boys' Long Tall Texan. The smooth harmonies and infectious energy of their performance hinted at the musical prowess that was yet to come. Recognizing his son's burgeoning talent, Stan Gill made sure to nurture Vince's musical skills, arranging for him to take guitar lessons from a local virtuoso named J. Julian Atkins. Vince's love for the instrument only grew, and he became a regular fixture at his school's show and tell sessions, captivating his peers with his soulful rendition of The House of the Rising Sun. But Vince's musical abilities extended far beyond the guitar. During his teenage years, he dedicated himself to mastering a variety of instruments, including the dobro, fiddle, banjo, mandolin, and bass guitar. This versatility would later become a hallmark of his artistry, allowing him to seamlessly blend genres and push the boundaries of country music. Vince's passion for music was further ignited when he befriended the son of his father's friend, a fellow bluegrass enthusiast who introduced him to the genre's captivating sounds. Enchanted by the raw energy and intricate harmonies of bluegrass, Vince knew that this was the path he wanted to pursue. After graduating from high school, Vince wasted no time in turning his musical dreams into reality. He founded his own bluegrass band, Mountain Smoke, and even had the opportunity to open for the hard rock powerhouse Kiss. However, the experience was not without its challenges. According to Vince, the rowdy crowd began booing and hurling objects at the stage during Mountain Smoke's set, prompting the young musician to respond with a defiant gesture before leaving the stage. Undeterred by this setback, Vince decided to venture out of his home state, moving to the bluegrass haven of Kentucky. There he joined the bands Bluegrass Alliance and Boone Creek, the latter of which also featured the talented Ricky Skaggs as a member. This period of his life proved to be a crucial stepping stone, as Vince continued to hone his skills and deepen his understanding of the bluegrass genre. In 1976, Vince made the bold decision to relocate to the bustling city of Los Angeles, California. There he briefly joined the backing band of acclaimed fiddle player Byron Berlin, further expanding his musical horizons and gaining valuable experience on the West Coast scene. As Vince's journey unfolded, it became increasingly clear that he was no ordinary musician. The editors of the Encyclopedia of Country Music aptly described him as one of today's biggest country superstars, praising his aching tenor, award-winning songwriting skills, and virtuoso guitar chops that rivals those of any ace Nashville session player. Vince's vocal style, characterized by its bluegrass-infused phrasing, has been a defining aspect of his artistry. Music critic Steve Huey of AllMusic recognized Vince as one of the most respected musicians in the history of country music, noting the influential role his early work played in the neo-traditional country movements of the late 1980s and early 1990s. Beyond his country music roots, Vince's eclectic interests have also been evident in his collaborations with the band Pure Prairie League and his stint as a member of the legendary Eagles. This willingness to explore diverse musical landscapes has only served to enhance his reputation as a versatile and boundary-pushing artist. In the words of Entertainment Weekly's Sarah Rodman, Vince Gill is the Oklahoma native with the tenor kissed by angels and the guitar prowess of a man who made a deal with the devil. She further elaborated on his status, stating that he rose to become one of the most respected names in country music, often serving as a link between the classic artists that preceded him and the generation of stars that have followed in his footsteps. Country Standard Times' Jeffrey B. Remling echoed these sentiments, describing Vince as a fine singer with his sturdy tenor and a guitarist whose skills were considered top-notch. Remling also noted Vince's impressive live performances, which could sometimes stretch for up to 3 hours, showcasing his unwavering dedication and showmanship. Guitar World's Joe Bosso expertly captured the essence of Vince's guitar playing, noting his virtuosic and sweetly expressive solos in both flat-picking and fingerstyle techniques. Vince himself acknowledged his approach, stating that he simply plays what's necessary. Joe Scarto, author of The Vince Gill Story, further highlighted the uniqueness of Vince's guitar-playing abilities, observing that it was uncommon for country music artists to excel as both lead guitarists and vocalists. He also drew comparisons between Vince's style and the iconic sounds of Eric Clapton and Chet Atkins. Vince's musical influences are as diverse as his talents. He has cited the legendary Merle Haggard as one of his primary inspirations, describing him as the greatest singer, the greatest phraser, and then on top of that, his songs are really poetic. Additionally, Vince has acknowledged the impact of female artists like Patsy Cline and Kitty Wells, whom he grew up listening to, as well as the honest and gritty sounds of Bruce Springsteen and John Fogerty. Vince's own songwriting is characterized by a simplicity that he admired in the works of the legendary Hank Williams. Scarto noted that Vince's albums often featured a higher number of self-penned songs compared to his contemporaries. Vince's musical prowess and creative vision have not gone unnoticed by his peers. Artists like Jason Sellers, who played bass in Vince's road band in the late 1990s, have sought his guidance and mentorship, while country and bluegrass singer Charlie Worsham has cited Liza Jane as one of the first songs he learned to play on the guitar. In a gesture of sweetness, Vince even gifted Worsham a custom-made guitar in 2018, proving his status as a generous and supportive figure within the music community. But there's more to Vince than meets the eye. Remember that beautiful, soul-stirring song, Go Rest High on That Mountain? It's a tune that has resonated with so many people, especially those who have lost someone they deeply loved. For Vince Gill, the song is incredibly personal, wrapped up in grief, friendship, and family, yet it's also become a song that helps countless others through their own tough times. The story behind Go Rest High on That Mountain starts with Vince's friend and fellow musician Keith Whitley. Keith was a country music star with a voice that could melt hearts, but in 1989, he passed away tragically due to alcohol poisoning. Vince was crushed by his friend's sudden death and tried to capture those raw, overwhelming emotions in a song. But grief is a strange thing, sometimes words just won't come out. Vince struggled to find the right lines, and he left the song unfinished for years, unable to pin down his feelings of sorrow and loss. Fast forward to 1993, and Vince faced another blow when his brother Bob passed away. This fresh wave of grief reopened those old wounds, and Vince found himself revisiting the song he had started for Keith. This time, he was ready, all the sadness, love, and memories flowed out, and he was finally able to finish the song. Go Rest High on That Mountain became a tribute not just to his friend Keith but also to his brother Bob. Each line became a way to honor their lives and their impact on Vince. In 1995, Go Rest High on That Mountain was released, and it didn't take long for it to resonate with people across the world. From funerals to memorials, gatherings, and quiet moments of remembrance, the song became an anthem for anyone who's faced the pain of losing someone. And Vince's performances? They still hit home. When he sings it, he often has to fight back tears. It's as if, through the music, he's reaching out to his lost loved ones, feeling their presence and inviting everyone else to feel theirs, too. The story of this song isn't just about a friend or even just about his brother. It's wrapped up in Vince's own life story and the losses he's had to bear along the way. Growing up, Vince's family went through a lot. When he was a teenager, his parents separated, which left him with feelings he would carry into adulthood. That early heartbreak became a part of his music. You can feel it in his songs, the longing, the search for family, and the importance of love and connection. Later, when his father passed away, it deepened those themes of love, loss, and family that echo through much of his work. Even years after its release, every time Vince plays Go Rest High on That Mountain, it's like he's reliving those memories, both painful and comforting. The audience sees it, too. They feel his authenticity. Vince doesn't just sing, he invites everyone to experience the journey with him, to remember their own loved ones, to find a moment of peace in the song's words and melody. That honesty and vulnerability are what make people come back to his music time and again. It's what makes his songs feel like an embrace, a shared understanding of life's toughest moments. Go Rest High on That Mountain might be Vince's most famous song of this type, but it's far from the only one where he taps into these deep emotions. In 1995, Vince released the album When Love Finds You, and you can feel the same raw, honest storytelling throughout it. Songs like Maybe I'm Crazy and I Still Believe in You let listeners into Vince's world, where love isn't simple, the future can feel uncertain, and the heart aches for what it's lost. Fans found themselves connecting with these songs, too, feeling like Vince was speaking for them, capturing their own ups and downs. One song on that album, What's He Doing in My World, tells a story from the perspective of a woman whose husband has left her. Even though Vince wrote it, it's like he was stepping into her shoes, capturing the feelings of loss and loneliness with such sensitivity. There's something fascinating about Vince Gill's music. Even in his happiest songs, you can sense a little bit of sadness. Take One More Last Chance, for instance. It's a fun, upbeat tune about romance, but underneath the joy, there's a sense that everything is fragile, that love and happiness are precious and can slip away. Vince has this talent for holding both joy and sorrow in his music, which makes it feel more real. Life isn't just one thing, it's a mix, and Vince captures that beautifully. What makes Vince's music special is that it feels deeply personal, yet it also feels like he's singing just for you. His lyrics reach into your heart and find those hidden, tucked away feelings, especially if you've experienced loss or heartbreak. Vince's songs have a way of speaking to the listener's soul, touching on things that are often hard to put into words. For Vince, music has been a way to deal with the tough times. He's taken his heartache, his family struggles, and his personal losses and turned them into songs that bring comfort not only to himself but to so many others. That's the magic of music, isn't it? It helps us get through things, find a little healing, and feel a little less alone. On a deeper and more personal level, Vince Gill's life has been a journey filled with both triumph and adversity. He has navigated the complexities of personal relationships and faced health battles that have threatened to derail his career. Vince's marriage to Janice Oliver, a fellow musician and member of the Sweethearts of the Rodeo, began to suffer under the strain of fame and conflicting schedules. Despite their shared love of music, the constant travel and pressure led to a painful separation, ending in a divorce in 1997. This was a difficult period for Vince, as he struggled with the breakdown of a marriage while remaining a devoted father to his daughter, Jenny. The divorce forced Vince to confront his own vulnerabilities and search for a way to heal. This chapter of his life was another reminder of the price of fame and the sacrifices that often come with it. His music during this period reflects a man going through a transformation. His songs carried themes of heartache, regret, and self-discovery, resonating with fans who had experienced similar struggles. Just when he thought love might be behind him, Vince found a new beginning with Christian music legend Amy Grant. The two shared a deep connection, and their relationship blossomed. They married in 2000, blending their families and beginning a new chapter. But blending families isn't always easy, and Vince had to navigate the challenges that come with stepchildren, co-parenting, and adjusting to a new family dynamic. Despite the obstacles, Vince found stability and happiness with Amy. He credits her with being his rock during some of the toughest times in his life. Together, they created a loving home, and his music became a reflection of the healing, joy, and gratitude he found in his second marriage. The couple has often collaborated on music projects, giving fans a glimpse into their shared passion. Their duets, such as the hit song House of Love, showcase the undeniable chemistry and artistic synergy they share. But that's not all. Vince Gill has had his share of health struggles over the years, which have occasionally forced him to step back from the spotlight. One of the most significant challenges was his battle with kidney stones in 2018. This condition led to a severe kidney infection, causing him immense pain and necessitating hospitalization. The timing of this health issue was particularly unfortunate, as it led to the cancellation of several performances, including a highly anticipated appearance at the CMA Awards. In addition to his kidney problems, Vince Gill was diagnosed with a congenital heart condition in 2020. This condition, which affects the blood flow from his lungs to his heart, was a significant health scare for the musician and his fans. Vince took time off to focus on his recovery, and his resilience during this period is a testament to his strength and determination. Despite these setbacks, Vince Gill has remained a pillar of the country music community, a revered artist whose impact extends far beyond his own success. He has used his platform to champion the work of other musicians, particularly up-and-coming artists. Vince's commitment to mentoring and supporting the next generation of country stars has earned him the respect and admiration of his peers. One of the most notable examples of Vince's generosity and dedication to the industry is his work with the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. As a member of the museum's board of directors, Vince has played a crucial role in preserving the history and legacy of country music. He has lent his voice and expertise to various initiatives, ensuring that the stories and contributions of legendary artists are honored and celebrated. Moreover, Vince Gill's philanthropic efforts extend beyond the music industry. He has been a steadfast supporter of various charitable organizations, lending his time and resources to causes that are close to his heart. From supporting local children's hospitals to advocating for animal welfare, Vince's commitment to making a positive impact in the world is a testament to his character and the values he holds dear. One of the most remarkable aspects of Vince's career is the way he has been able to balance his own personal struggles with a deep sense of gratitude and humility. Despite the trials he has faced, he remains fiercely dedicated to his craft, constantly striving to push himself and evolve as an artist. This unwavering commitment to excellence, coupled with his genuine compassion for his fans, has earned him the respect and admiration of the entire music industry. In recent years, Vince has also become a respected mentor and advocate for young and aspiring musicians. He has lent his time and expertise to countless up-and-coming artists, offering guidance, encouragement, and a listening ear. This generosity of spirit is proof of Vince's deeply rooted belief in the power of music to heal, inspire, and bring people together. Whether he's performing his signature ballads or experimenting with new sounds and genres, Vince Gill remains a constant source of inspiration, a beacon of authenticity in an industry that can sometimes feel impersonal and disconnected. His music is a reflection of the man himself, honest, vulnerable, and deeply felt. And it is this unwavering commitment to emotional truth that has cemented his status as one of the greatest musical storytellers of our time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, The Celebrity X Files, for more documentaries like this. Thank you for watching.